Good morning, Mr. Yuan. My name is Hunan Hu from class 3C and here's my presentation for the midterm of the Intel course. As you can see on the screen, my assigned unit is Unit 7, Food and Diet of the IELTS Express Intermediate course book. And I have prepared a portfolio to teach this unit. It contains the assessments, the student sample, the student support, the teacher support, and the unit plan. So in this unit, my students will look into the impacts of food and diet on health. As I walk through the activities, students read and analyze the causes and effects of some particular unhealthy eating patterns. They will carry out an interview on eating patterns of the young and find out some solutions to enjoy meal as well as to eat healthy. So next, let's have a look at my targeted content standards and benchmarks. My focus is on the speaking skill, both spoken interaction and spoken production. And this will be well illustrated by the two main projects of the unit, the interview and the role play, which I will explain in depth later. As for the skills such as the listening, the reading, and the writing, they will be incorporated into other small tasks like writing journal, reading comprehension, discussion, etc. Right, let's come to the curriculum framing questions. My essential question is, how can we stay healthy? My unit questions are, how do food and diet affect our health? And why is it important to adopt healthy eating habits? My content questions are, how do we eat? Is it healthy enough? And how can we eat healthy but still enjoy our meal? To answer these questions, I have designed a 4-week, 2 days a week unit. Week 1 is called the Theory Week. In this week, students will acquire all the basic knowledge about their eating patterns, especially unhealthy eating patterns such as overeating, anorexia, bulimia. Through the reading task and a short film, students should be able to identify some causes and effects of these eating patterns, and they are asked to summarize what they have learned throughout the 2 days in a writing journal. Week 2 is called the Interview and Poster Week. Just as the name suggested, in this week, the teacher will set out 2 projects, conducting interviews and designing posters. For the interview, the students will work in pair and each pair has to interview 3 classmates about their eating patterns, and the interviews will have to be videotaped. For the poster, the students will work in groups. Each group carries out a research on healthy eating tips and visualizes what they have found in the form of a poster. The name of week 3 is Role Play. This is also the main project of the unit, as the students will demonstrate all the knowledge that they have acquired. They will work in groups to put on a small play about the causes, effects, and solutions to bad eating habits. This is also the week that is used for brainstorming ideas and rehearsing for the plays, or completing other unfinished tasks like the poster, the interviews, or the weekly writing journal. The final week is the showcase and feedback week. In the first day of the week, the students will put up their posters around the class as well as perform their plays. Besides enjoying the show, they also have to give constructive feedbacks on their friends' products, and they also have to self-assess their group work. The last days is for the teacher to summarize all the students' performances, the interviews, the posters, the plays. The students will receive their scores and the feedbacks from the teacher and their friends. Right, so that's basically all the main tasks and projects of my unit. So in this unit, my student will undergo an ongoing assessment. There are 3 main projects and they are distributed throughout the course. Before each project, the students are informally assessed by the questioning and discussion process. They will be marked not only by their final products, but also their drafts to see how far they have progressed from the beginning to the end. And more importantly, to be perfectly fair and square, the students will be marked by both the teacher and their friends. Right, so that's the unit plan. But in order to turn this plan from theory into reality, the teacher and the students will need some supports and samples. For the student supports, besides all the reading and writing handouts, they are provided with a list of useful websites on eating tips and a list of suggested questions for the interviews. In addition, it is very likely that the students will find some tasks confusing, which is why for each project I have prepared a sample. For the interview project, I have designed the sample interview video, and just in case the students might not catch up with the conversation in the sample video, I also provide them with the interview script. There's a sample poster for the poster project, and there are even a sample plot and sample script of a scene for the role play. This will help the students to get an image of what they are required to do, but at the same time it would not limit their creativity and imagination. Right. As for the teacher's support, I have included in the folder the course book, some reading materials, a short film. There is a PowerPoint presentation on eating disorders with suggested causes and effects. These materials will be very helpful in teaching and monitoring the students' work. Right. Before I move on to the final part of this presentation, I would like to do a quick revision. So far presented my unit foundation, unit details, assessment plan, student support and student support and sample, and teacher support. Now, I just want to state the learning outcomes of my unit plan. This is what I hope the students will get after completing all the tasks and projects. Right. Besides improving on the language skills, what I really expect is that the students will apply the knowledge that they have acquired, and that they will break whatever bad eating habits that they have for fear of the severe consequences, and they will eat more healthy. That's it for my presentation. For further details on the samples, assessments, or any other materials, please refer to the portfolio that I have submitted. That's it. Thank you for listening and have a good day.